You can talk to Tanner.
I get a vasectomy on the 29th.
That's the guy. I think Zach's the guy to talk to.
Zach seems pretty fertile.
Yeah.
I don't have any kids, surprisingly. At least
He's a fertile
I don't
fella.
have any kids.
Listen,
at least I
fucking
don't
Mike,
know.
dude.
Listen.
Jeez.
You have to always follow up. I don't have any kids with
Ooh.
that I know of. Otherwise,
There's a phantom voice. I'm not on there.
You're on. You will be.
yeah.
Boo.
Trying to hide you.
You will be.
We're gonna replace you with the skeleton again.
That was pretty funny, though, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
I feel like I personally feel like it was a funny joke, but I
Oh, it was
also wasn't
great.
the butt of the joke, so like I can't really be like, oh yeah,
that's not even
it wasn't
fair.
funny, it was funny.
Earlier,
blah,
he
blah,
said
blah.
something about like, "Oh, Nick, what's your dad's social security number?" I was like, "I know Nick's is 4."
11,
Can't get away from it.
19. Ladies and gentlemen, we are of course live. Welcome in to Velocity Movies in Review for the first time on a Wednesday. Weird.
Hopefully
Feels
the
weird
last
being
time.
here. Hopefully the last time. But you got to do what you got to do. Tanner's leaving town this weekend, and we wanted the entire crew here for the finale. So we decided that we would live stream it on Wednesday, and then I will just replay it on Sunday. So if you're watching this on Sunday, I'm sorry that we can't interact with you live in the chat.
Not me. I'm going to go Easter egg hunting.
But it is Easter weekend, and Tanner's gone, and a lot of us will probably be doing like family stuff, blah, 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 for all of the Easter weekend shenanigans. But if you're watching on Wednesday night, it is a new night, so maybe we'll get a little different crowd. Who knows? Maybe not. It is what it is. But for those of you not familiar with the show, this is, of course, Velocity Movies in Review, where each and every week we gather around this table and we recap and rank a movie franchise. Right now, we are, of course, wrapping up the Monsterverse saga today with Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Yeah. Next week, it's happening, baby. Say something cool.
Something cool.
Because we're going into 21 Jump Street. We got a nice little 2-week break.
Jesus.
We got a nice little 2-week break before it lines up perfectly with Ballerina. So we were like, what's like a 2 little duo movie that we could watch that's fun? And Tanner's like, if we don't do 21 and 22 Jump Street, I'm going to shit my pants and go to bed without showering.
Oh my God! Don't do it.
So I was like, fuck, man, we better do it.
Don't do it.
That, though.
Facts.
Don't
Wait,
do
hold
it.
a second.
Don't do it. When he comes back, he'll be like, "Yeah, I'm so excited." Oh, we did kill Bill, man. There's only
Oh,
two
fuck,
of them.
that'd be another good one. Can we
That
do,
would be a good
Can we
one.
go Tarantino movies?
Ooh, Tarantino
Those
in
are
review.
long.
Hold on. Can we call it the Tarantino verse?
I mean, we definitely probably could, yeah.
That's a good
something
one.
to talk about.
Yeah.
Directors in review sounds like fun, but a lot of directors have a lot of movies, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
then
he
we-
has.
then we
I
get
think
to
he's at
Scorsese.
9 right now.
Yeah,
8 or 9?
That wouldn't
I
be
think
so
he's
bad.
at 9, and he's working on 10. He's doing Once Upon a Time
Alright.
in Hollywood.
Fine with that, as long as we do Scorsese after this.
And Kill Bill Fine 3.
Jesus, what do you want, like a 50-week podcast?
I
Oh
know,
my
it's too
gosh,
late.
dude. I thought Fast and the Furious was going to be
I
bad
have-
enough
I have-
if and when we ever get to that. Like, Scorsese's going to be like 50 movies.
Is
So
it that
there-
many?
Scorsese?
Yeah.
Dude.
Wow,
God, he's got his own library, man.
Damn. I didn't
Well,
think
he's
it
been
was-
around since like what, the 50s,
like off the top of my
60s.
head, I was like, I think like 4 or 5 real good.
Since they could put movies on film, that motherfucker's been making
Oh
them.
yeah, dude. And just think, like all of his movies, like The Irishman,
Hitchcock?
4 hours long.
Did you guys go to high school?
What's that?
Hitchcock movies?
Yeah.
Hitchcock, yeah.
God, you're a dickhead.
That'd be good for, like, Halloween.
You guys go to school together?
Hold up, I got it right here.
Do you need your pillow?
We'll have to wait till like October-ish, but it'd be perfect. Scream. Fucking all the Scream movies, dog.
Kyle gets real
Was there
excited, especially when he talks
7?
about 5 Cream.
7th one's coming out.
7th one is coming out. Yeah, Matthew Lillard's coming back for
Yeah.
it. So, you know,
Oh,
Somehow he's alive.
somehow he's alive.
Yeah.
Somehow
Easy, man.
Palpatine survived. Moving on.
A voice. A voice echoes
The
throughout
dead
the galaxy.
speak. The dead speak. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking about those movies today, though, because today we're talking about Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. And joining me for this podcast, we have Tanner Else, Zach Lynn, and Nick Jurgens the gang for this in review. If you like the show, go to twitch.tv/velocitypod where you can subscribe to the podcast. You can follow the podcast and interact with us live in the chat, giving us your thoughts on these movies as we talk about them live. Let us know what you think about Godzilla X Kong. Big monkey versus big lizard, dog. Or working
versus
with
Big Monkey.
versus big monkey
lizard.
versus big lizard. Can I just tell you that leading up to this movie, like before we'd gotten the previews and stuff, I was like, if Kong doesn't ride Godzilla in this motherfucking movie,
And he did.
I'm gonna be fucking furious. And then the trailer dropped, and then that motherfucker's riding Godzilla in the trailer, and I popped. I was like 10 out of 10, fucking no notes, man. If you're more of an audio podcast listener, that's okay too, because you can go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts, type in Velocity Entertainment, and find over 200 episodes to binge watch. It's a fun time. A lot of us inside of you for a lot of hours if you want it that way. If you don't have to. It's okay. Podcast will always be free, so you never have to support. But when you do, obviously it helps put the word out and gets more eyes on the podcast. So rate those episodes on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and drop a little sub if you can. If not, remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. So take Daddy Bezos' money and give it to us for free.
Yay.
But ladies and gentlemen, it's Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire, released. I don't have my notes ready at all. I got into the rigmarole. I didn't even bring up my notes. Whoops. That's okay. I know it was March. I know it was last year.
It was.
March 25th, 2024. Almost a year. Little over a year ago. We almost made it on the anniversary. March 25th, 2024. Once again directed by Adam Wingard, making him the second director to direct a Godzilla Monsterverse movie in a row. He did Godzilla X versus Kong and Godzilla X Kong. So two in a row.
Yeah, great.
What is he sending to people?
I don't know.
Zach is snapping
You doing
Nick
weird stuff again?
and saying, "Hey, what would you do if I came over there?"
Yeah. He's like, "Do I have you on Snap?" He asked me when I came out. He's like, "Do I have you on Snap?" I'm
Like he doesn't send us
yeah.
stupid shit.
Yeah, I
all
was
the
like,
time.
"You send me stupid
For
shit,
what?
so I don't respond."
When's the last time I sent you anything via Facebook at all?
You want to see?
For me, it's been a while.
What was the last one I
Snapchat,
sent you?
6 hours ago.
You sent me one today on Facebook that says St. Clarkston, Patreon saint of petrol and the 3.8 liter Buick V6.
Jackass.
Did you not like that one? Did you send it to your
I did
dad?
not send it to my dad.
Oh, come on. That's funny.
Wait, is that what that all is? Is because you think I'm your... Oh, you motherfucker.
Yep.
Godzilla X Kong comes in as the second shortest Monsterverse movie at 1 hour and 55 minutes. 2 minutes longer than Godzilla X Kong or versus Kong.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. This movie had a budget of $135 million, the cheapest out of all these movies.
Shut up.
What?
And cheap in general, yeah.
The cheapest and it's the best?
I mean, fuck, it looks pretty good.
It
For
does look
135,
really good, dude.
they crushed it, dude. They crushed it.
These numbers are really fucking low. I thought it was going to be like
That is-
200.
Well,
Yeah.
you can kind of tell like where they
250.
kind of cut some of the story and stuff like that to save money.
Yeah,
but
there's a few shots of Godzilla where it's like, okay, he kind of looks like a
Yeah.
cartoon,
Yeah,
but that's
but-
fine. And a box office return of Zach. Give me a guess. Last time,
450.
450,
no, it's you, dog.
because you know what Tanner wants to do.
I'm gonna go 650.
650?
Yeah.
650.
This is a big one.
59, this movie comes in at $571.9 million.
That's me, isn't it?
No.
I don't know, do the math. I don't know.
You guys are all both over.
Yeah, it's him.
Price is Right rules.
Yeah. I wasn't over, but I was further away.
Price is
True,
Right
true.
rules.
Anyway, people like these Godzilla movies, man. They're a hit.
That is fucking a lot. I didn't think it made that much. Jesus.
It's a fucking great success, dude.
It is.
It
very
is.
successful.
Yeah, people like this Godzilla character. You know, he's going places.
He's only been active since like
He's very
the
lovable.
mid 50s, right?
30s, I think.
Oh shit! I
Fucking
thought it was.
Godzilla's been around forever, maybe 60s.
Dude,
I
there's
guess.
like 100 movies of it or something like that. Or you said it was like
34
34.
in 2014. So this would be like 37 now or something like that. Lots of Godzilla movies, man. Lots of Godzilla movies.
Lots of black and white ones.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I get into some fun facts for the last time, Zach, what did you think about Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire?
Oh,
No one cares, Tanner.
I love how they
Took a
did,
play
they
right out of
did
Blake's book for that.
do some like lore and history building, and I thoroughly enjoyed that aspect of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun for me too. I really liked that they were kind of like went back into the like, this is how all this fucking beef started. Is
That story was really good.
yeah,
Yeah, these homies
yeah,
fought these homies.
pretty fucking
The
nuts.
Godzillians.
Godzilla.
The Godzilla.
I thought the unveiling of Shimu was super dope as well.
Oh,
One of those things. It's like, oh, that's the reason we had an ice age. Shut up. That was kind of corny to me. But I was like, all right, I see what you're doing. I did like overall though. I might agree with Nick on this one. I think this might be the best one.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk about it. Nick, what did you think?
It's the best one. Period. Moving on.
I'm glad you like it, man.
It was good. Except some of the human stuff is now laughable. But I did like when they when they explain things.
Get the
I did
fuck
like that.
out of here.
But,
Trapper is the goat.
dude, Trapper's
Trapper's the
amazing.
best part of the
Trapper is the best part. Trapper and Bernie.
Trapper and Bernie together.
He just got ate by a tree.
Those two, that dude just got ate by a tree. I feel like you're being a little too casual.
Trapper will steal your wife and everything, man.
They get in the heave, and he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, trying to swallow your tongue." And he goes, "Swallow my tongue." Why would he say that? Why would he say that?
Try not to swallow your tongue.
Yeah, try not to swallow
Why
your
would he
tongue.
say that?
Why would he say that?
Looks at him while they're freaking out. He's like,
and then you got Mikhail in the front going, "Ah!"
One of the best thing is when he rides in on that arm. Oh, it's fucking sick.
oh my god,
Just
dude,
fucking-
with
just
Kiss
looking
playing,
looking
right?
like Ace Ventura. Just fucking
Wasn't it Kiss playing?
Yeah, it
He
was-
brings all of the lightning birds or whatever back.
dude. The music in this one was way
Oh,
better
and
too.
like when he was fixing fucking Kong's tooth, and he like slowly comes down on that fucking thing, and that music, he's like, "I gotcha."
I gotcha.
I can't remember what the song was playing. I just remember the beginning of the song being like, "I gotcha."
I'm here to say that if Trapper and Bernie, at least one of those two, isn't in the next one, I'm gonna be so fucking mad because like you gotta force these humans down my throat, and now I finally have two that I like, and you're not gonna put them in the next one. I'll be so mad.
Yeah.
But I got Millie Bobby Brown fucking twice. I got Rebecca Hall twice. Rebecca Hall, I wasn't a fan of her
Whatever
in this
happened to
movie.
Dr. Lind?
Thank God he's gone.
Oh,
That dude
yeah.
sucked.
Yeah, he kind of sucked.
Where's Bryan
Whatever.
Cranston?
Well,
6 feet under, dog, level 5. Same here. This movie fucking rules, man. I'm watching it today, and I was like, because I only watched it like maybe twice when it first came out last year. Like I watched it in theaters with Tanner and Mike, I believe, or maybe even you. I don't remember who all went. And then I think I watched it again when we got back a couple weeks later with Tyson, like in the living room.
Like I'm just saying, I've seen it like 4 or 5
Yeah,
times.
I've only seen it maybe twice.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I like this movie. I remember it being like a lot of fucking noise. I think it'll probably be, in my mid list, I watched this movie today. I'm like, this movie fucking rules, dude.
Oh, this
I'm
movie's
like,
so
from
good.
the beginning, I'm like, dude, Kong like rips that thing
Oh,
open
yeah.
above his head and fucking dumps the guts all over him to
Dude,
scare
and
the
like
other ones.
Kong is just
I'm like,
so
this
much.
is so fucking cool,
He's
dude.
smart as hell. He's got
He's so much
traps
like us
everywhere.
dudes.
Like,
they
dude.
open up with him itching his ass in the last movie. This one, he takes a fucking waterfall bath. I fucking love this guy, dude.
Dude, they should do that at the beginning of every single movie. When he just wakes up, new movie, scratches his ass, time to do it again.
Dude, I mean, yeah,
Same
I
day,
love this
different
movie.
shit.
I
Yeah.
love how we've like fully gone into Fast and the Furious mode in these movies now. They're just like, okay, in 2014, we tried, Godzilla's in a real world. It's dark, it's gloomy. Here's how it makes sense. In this one, they're like, fuck it. The 16-year-old has a psychic connection with the monkey, dude. And we're like, oh, okay, that's awesome. And like, I don't bat an eye. They're like, oh yeah, they can psychically communicate with
yeah.
And hear me
Godzilla.
out, dude. The thing that gets me in this one is they're just like, all right, Earth is pretty big, right? Hollow Earth. It's the center. The biggest creatures in the world are also there, and there's another subterranean level to it. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Give me more.
I'm like, checks out.
Give me
I'm
more.
like,
When she said that,
Tell
when she
me
was,
more.
When she was like, yeah, there's a subterranean level, and if one goes to another, they'll fight. And I'm like, why did they say that in the last one? I don't.
The only thing that there's like a hole, like a plot hole in this movie that just
Oh, there's a lot.
kind of pisses me
Oh,
off.
there's
is
a ton, yeah.
There's a
why
ton.
the fuck didn't that Scar King dude just walk across that little bridge of bones and go fuck up Kong like years ago?
No, because remember they were trapped underground, and then they didn't. They weren't released until the sink-in caved in or whatever, and it was like Kong's traps that started all of that.
Yep.
Yeah, because remember when Kong's like investigating, he sees that big canal that's like broken now, and all the blue light down
That's
there.
where the signal was coming from.
That's where it's coming.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. So it was sealed off. And then I think Kong stomping around, doing all of his traps, making a bunch of holes in the ground, all that shit, opened it back up eventually, and then that's what.
Okay, I didn't know it was sealed prior. I just was like, why the fuck didn't they come out of the hole? But this makes more sense.
So before you get into it, my favorite scene of the movie is when they're in Egypt and Kong's just sitting there waiting for him and doesn't have like a scary face or nothing. It's like one of those faces like, hey bro, what's up? I haven't seen you for a while. Godzilla just
tackles him into a fucking pyramid,
just
dude.
fucking takes him out.
Blast double legs his ass into a great pyramid.
Like, that's
dude.
what you fucking
Like,
get.
Let's go, dude.
Dude.
I love that scene too. He's like,
Oh, yeah, he's like,
whoa,
no,
wait.
no, and
Like,
then he just fucking.
I
listen
wanna-
to me, dog.
I would like to just maybe speed through a little bit of the human stuff today, just because every single one of these fight scenes I could talk about for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah,
today.
dude.
And we will soon. Let me give you some fun facts for the last time in this in review. For now, we'll be back whenever the next one gets released. You know what would be fun? Is if we all fucking met back here to do a trailer reaction when the trailer comes out. That would be
fine
cool
with that.
too. Fun fact number 1 I got for you. For Dan Stevenson's character, Trapper, director Adam Wingard wanted him to have an 80s action figure feel. So he was based off of the character Chuckles from the G.I. Joe toy line.
And I'm
don't
gonna
like
assume that he did it
Chuckles.
very well.
All right, now I don't like him as much. I'm just
Wait, you
kidding.
don't watch
fucking
that back in
love
the
him.
80s?
I hate Trapper now,
Dude,
dog.
dude,
love this
Dan, what was his name? Dan Stevens.
Stevens. Yeah.
Dan Stevens. If you can hear me, this is your character in every single movie. Every single movie.
I
That's
don't
it.
want you to get typecast or anything, but fucking keep doing it.
Yes. Yes.
It works.
Rumor has it that, you know, and obviously this is all just rumor, but it's like, hey man, maybe Trapper builds the Ultraman suit and he's the one that controls it in future Godzilla movies, you know?
Oh, the next Iron Man?
Wait, so okay,
It's like a kaiju
he
size
a
like Power Ranger
vet?
suit, basically.
or is he a scientist?
He's a vet.
He's a vet. you know?
But he like became like a vet or like a professional of all the creatures that associate with Godzilla. and stuff like that.
Just him
According,
and Dr. Doolittle.
Yep.
fun fact number 2,
Except his are 300 feet tall.
except for mine are 300 feet tall. Fact number 2, according to the novelization of this film, the mini Kong, Suko, is confirmed to actually be Scar King's son.
Is it really?
Mhm.
Oh,
So the little monkey?
Yeah,
He actually had a name?
Suko. Yep,
Oh, I didn't know that.
S-U-K-O.
When did they say that?
They never say it in the movie,
It's
but
in,
he does have a name.
Yeah,
it was.
You can look
released
it up like the
with-
day after the movie came out. Is like that. It said
because
yeah.
the toy line came out,
Yeah.
and the toy and they had toys of him, and it was Suko on the toy line.
Gotcha.
So it was like, oh, his name is Suko,
Yeah,
but
he's
they
a-
never say it in the.
he was a
I
little
thought it
fucker,
was,
dude.
I thought it was Zuko.
Yo, dude,
Dude,
when
he's a
he
little
starts
fucker, dude.
beating the monkey's ass with the little monkey, dude, I'm like, let's fucking go.
When he has him by his foot, he's bashing the other, doing. I was
my
never
God.
so
Helps
happy.
a brother out, then the brother goes to fight him, boots him off the edge. Fuck you.
Fun fact number 3: Kong's glove is called the Beast, which stands for Bioenhanced Anatomic Seismic Thunder, which is
Kinda like
the
that name
coolest thing
better.
I've ever
Yeah,
fucking
I
heard.
kind of like that name, Thunder. Anything that has thunder after it.
So that's kind of the coolest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Condoms by Thunder.
Number 4, Adam Wingard confirms that Kong is handed the title of king by the end of this film after Scar King is defeated, adding the Monsterverse has held off on calling him King Kong because he hasn't been king. This is the moment when he takes the throne. So he's King Kong for sure now. They allude to it in Skull Island. He's like, that's Kong. He's king around here. You know, they allude to it, but they never say king, it's King Kong.
he's bigger than every other of those orangutans.
Oh, he's massive, dude. Kong is massive, dude. Speaking of size, Suko is said to be just as tall in this movie as Kong was in the 1970s on Skull Island. So there's a little.
Just way less fucking buff, dude.
Wait, what?
So Suko's about 155 feet tall. As
The
opposed,
little baby one.
the little baby one is the size Kong was in Skull Island because he was a baby. Kong was a baby then.
So
Kong,
Kong
yeah.
picked up a 150-foot baseball bat.
He started just
Just
fucking beating ass with it, dude. It just started beating ass.
Because he looks
with
like
it.
he's only like, I don't know, 20, 30 feet tall. Like, if you really think about, because he throws his arm over him in a scene.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense if he's 150 feet. Man, they do a good job.
Well, he also kind of like moves around like really low to the ground. Dude. Kong
Yeah.
stands almost straight up like all.
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
Like, he just be standing there like a fucking dude, like
Oh yeah,
like a drunk
Kong's
uncle.
freaking on it, dude.
Yeah.
Kong's freaking on it. We got Kojin in from your stream. What up, brother?
What
Welcome
up, big
in.
dog?
We're talking about Godzilla X Kong. We're about to get into the plot of this movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
But yeah, that other monkey walks real low to the ground.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, dude. Like
All fours.
some would say, kind of like LeBron James.
Stop it.
Only one of us has said
We're
that
not
before.
doing this. Yeah, only one person has ever said it. And it was Kyle in the theater.
For those of you who might not know the story, we went to this movie live in theaters, and I was sitting next to my buddy Fernando, and Scar King comes out for the first time off of his like pimp chair next to his bitches.
Like a Billy
And he like
Badass.
comes out, dude, and he like comes out and stands up straight. And I look at Fernando, and I was like, "Yo, dude, this monkey kind of looks like LeBron James." And I go back to watching the movie for like 45 seconds, and I lean back to him. I'm like, "Hey, man, I didn't mean that in like a racist kind of way."
Clip.
Realizing what
Clip
you
right
did.
there.
Realizing what I did, I was like, "Yo, I did not mean it."
Tanner's like, the fuck you did.
Fuck you didn't.
Skull Island's good. We did that episode 2-3 weeks ago. I think
Yes,
2
sir.
weeks ago, 3 weeks.
It's good.
And it's way too low on our ranking, which we'll get to later.
We'll get to the
We
rankings
already
later, but
went
let's get
through
into the
that.
plot for right now, gentlemen.
I got it. Trapper saves a day. Let's talk about these rankings now. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Kong, Godzilla, Kong, Big Monkey. Plot.
LeBron James.
And that's the show.
And that's the show.
This film opens somewhere in Hollow Earth. Kong is seen running from a bunch of weird-looking beasts that are called wart dogs. Don't like that. Before making it to the edge of the cliff, the great ape lures the creatures into his little trap. Love this. He's got a trap set for these guys.
Did he just say the great ape?
He's a great ape.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. Sorry. Continue.
He's a big monkey, dude. What do you want from me, bro? Apes aren't monkeys. I should stop saying big monkey, but big monkey.
Yeah, chill, Frieza.
Filthy Saiyans! He lures the creature into his trap, sending one plummeting to its death and then tearing another one in two up above his head, dumping the guts all over his body to scare the others. He's like, "Ugh." Fucking dope, dude.
Nickelodeon slime.
This movie's so cool.
You.
The others run away in fear, and later Kong is trying to eat upon that kill. But it's a little hard because he's got a little toothache. A little tooth he's hurt. You can see it's a little broken. It's a little infected. You know, that sucks. Then he hears a loud bellowing noise just before like a little like antelope or not ankylosaurus like steals his food.
Ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus. My bad.
I hear Ankylosaurus and I'm just like, Ankylosaurus. Chihuahua.
Steals his little food and he's like, "Oh man." And Kong looks sad, but then he hears the roar again, and he makes his way over to see what it is because it sounds like a big monkey, dude. I gotta go check this out, see what it is. He gets over there. Unfortunately, it's just a big giant ass frog creature making the noise. Kong then resigns himself back to solitude. He's a lonely boy, you know. I feel bad for
Could
Kong.
have at least
in the beginning.
squished his dumb ass.
How big do you think that frog is to a human?
I gotta say, dude, if Kong's
Okay, well, if 300 feet, and then you said the little monkey, the little guy,
150,
it was 150. I'm gonna say that lizard's at least 5,000 feet long.
I'm thinking 30, 40.
Yeah, at least all of that.
30, 40 feet?
30,
at
40
least?
feet, yeah.
Why does it say it in a fun fact? It was 98 feet long.
No,
I
it
wanna-
doesn't
I wanna-
say it, but
I want a complete fucking Monsterverse scaling
Yes.
from smallest to biggest of everything.
ooh, that would be dope.
That would be dope.
That
Maybe if we remember that for whenever the next one comes out.
No shit.
Back on the surface, Dr. Eileen Andrews, played once again by Rebecca Hall, who has short hair now, has been working with Monarch to keep Godzilla and Kong separated from each other. Godzilla maintains dominance over other beasts by going to kill them whenever they cause problems. Just like in Rome, when the monster Scylla begins causing mayhem. Until Godzilla pops in with his atomic breath and starts to handle fucking business. And then Scylla tries to get his head all wrapped up, and he's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." And Godzilla's like, "Psych." Atomic breaths him in the face, super close because of his little tentacles. Loved that shot.
Yeah, it was
It's like
cool.
Godzilla's cool, man.
Godzilla's cool.
He's
Smokes
just a
that
Billy
thing.
Badass.
Smokes that thing before he curls up and goes to bed inside the Roman Colosseum like a little cat.
If it
He
fits, it
is-
sits.
That's
Pretty
like
fucking
the
adorable.
best thing ever. Yeah.
Pretty fucking adorable.
What did that lady say he was? A big, mean, like baby or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Over at an outpost facility down in Hollow Earth, the researchers begin to detect that heavy energy readings coming from Kong's territory, causing a sinkhole in the earth where Kong killed the wart dogs. Eileen is alerted to the information by a Monarch colleague, Director Hampton, who talks just like Peter Jackson.
Something about the word war dog is really fucking me up right now.
Oh yeah,
Another face.
there's a sinkhole over here that we need to. And all these energy readings coming up from it, you
Is
know.
this an Aussie accent? you're trying
New
to do?
Zealand.
New
Yeah,
Zealand.
that's the way like Peter Jackson talks. Oh, you know, I was looking in my garden and I found this little spider. I wanted to make Shelob out of it.
Wait, he's
I
from
took the
New
little
Zealand?
spider.
Peter Jackson?
He sure is.
Oh, wow. I just figured that out. That's why I was feeling New Zealand.
Well,
Meanwhile,
look at New Zealand.
Eileen has
That's why.
adopted Gia, played again by Kaylee Holtley Cotty, who
You
is
get credit for trying with that one.
Yes.
you know it's hottie, but like I don't want to call the child a hottie. You know, like it just feels wrong. So we're just gonna call her Gia from now on because that's her name in the movie.
Which out of besides Trapper, I do like her character still.
Yeah, she does good, man.
She doesn't have to say a fucking word.
She's attending public school for the first time. She experiences visions connected to the Titans, and she unintentionally makes drawings similar to the energy readings detected by Monarch. Little note here that we do get her POV, and everything is just super quiet because she is in fact deaf. After a little confusion last week.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Courage.
Gay.
Fuck yeah.
You fucking nailed him, dude.
Burned his ass.
You nailed him, dude.
Burnt him.
Gia tells
Courage.
Is
Gia
that what they
tells,
do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it
so-
means like
Coward.
yeah.
Yeah, coward.
Gia then tells Eileen that she doesn't feel like she belongs in this new world. Later, the outpost facility is destroyed by an unknown Titan. And this is pretty dope, dude. I don't know what's happening here at this point in time, but like we see a big eyeball on the camera.
Big scary eyeball.
Big scary eyeball. Looks a little bloodshot. We don't know.
Might be smoking weed. We don't know, dude. We don't know what
Destroys
they
this
do.
outpost.
Could
was
you
me.
imagine the weed
It
down
was just
there?
Nick.
It was me.
What the fuck is this thing?
Seeing something a little weird, Eileen travels to Miami to find Bernie Hayes, once again played by Brian Tyree Henry. We love this guy, man. She wants
he's
his help
fucking
in
shit.
figuring out the connection to Gia's visions. He agrees to help on the condition that he gets to go with her into Hollow Earth.
I really wish he would have opened up with like walking into his apartment and been like, "Ah, it smells like bleach in here."
Yo, dude,
That would've been
I
fucking
like
great.
lost my shit when he's like talking about like the deepest shit in the world, and then he like cuts to a commercial. He's like, "This episode is brought to you by."
Yeah.
Titan insurance.
Or when he
Titan
hears it now.
Insurance.
Go
Godzilla,
away!
Godzilla may not care about your house, but we do.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my god, that's so
I
funny.
fucking
Dude.
love it.
Speaking of today's sponsor.
What's that?
Oh, that we had a sponsor.
No, we don't
Oh,
today. No,
damn.
no sponsor. Not yet.
We should start our own Titan insurance line though. Somebody's stupid enough to buy it.
You would think. I mean, there's that lady that got tricked into helping Brad Pitt with his medical bills.
I was gonna say till a fucking Titan shows up in real life, we're like, guys, we gotta fucking pay money out now.
Oh my god.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
Like, how much money do you have?
I told her to give us $20 every week. No, we can't. No, we can't pay for her house.
I'm struggling getting fantasy money, let alone like. I'm like, fuck, man.
That was for 6
I'm
months
gonna have to
ago.
do a lot of PT sessions.
Right?
Another energy surge occurs, one which even Godzilla senses. He gets up and he bounces out, dude. It's time.
He's ready to go.
Godzilla bounces out of Rome and he begins making his way towards the source. At the same time, Kong emerges from Hollow Earth to find Eileen and Gia. And I love this moment. Because they're like, where the hell's Kong? Where the hell's Godzilla going? Is he coming to find Kong? And she's like, nah, dude, Kong doesn't come up here anymore. Bam! Smash into Kong coming up here. He's like, what's up? I'm here.
Check out my tooth.
Owie.
Owie. Kong shows them his rotting tooth, and Eileen contacts her old friend, a monarch veterinarian named Trapper, played by Dan Stevens.
The fucking man.
Oh,
The goat,
dude,
man. The
he
goat
is.
of this movie. He's
Yes.
good.
Press and play on a fucking 70s boombox before he drops down into a Titan's mouth. That dude's
Oh, dude,
goated
it's so
forever.
cool. Yeah, Titan Trapper drops down into Kong's mouth after he's fully sedated, and he uses a piece of his tech to pull out the tooth, and then replaces it with a big metal replacement.
And by tech, you mean a giant ass helicopter just popped it right
yanking
out.
that bitch out, dude.
Made from the same, what was it, polycarbonate as they use on the heave machines.
Yeah.
The heat shields.
The heat shields.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense if he's going to jump into Hollow Earth. You're going to want something that can withstand the heat and stuff that you do when you're passing through the gravity field or whatever.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would stand to reason that the tooth would just implode on itself. You would think, right?
Yeah.
If the old planes did. Afterwards, Bernie tells Eileen that a distress signal has been detected from Hollow Earth. Eileen, Bernie, Trapper, Gia, and a pilot named Mikkel, played by Alex Fenns, starts following Kong on his way back down. Fucking cool, man. Some of this, I just can't wait to get to like the fighting stuff. This movie's cool. Godzilla makes his way to a nuclear power plant in France, where he just starts to suck that shit up, dude. He goes.
They were losing their mind.
They're like, oh my god, Godzilla's powering up, but like for what? We don't know. He's juicing up for something.
The thing
though.
I was confused by is why did they shoot at him and shit like that, and like shoot their missiles and stuff when they?
Yeah, I don't know. Jets start swooping in to try and shoot him down, but Godzilla swats at him like flies.
It's the French.
Yeah, what do you
Yeah,
want?
They're
you
in
know?
France.
Yeah, you got a point.
Hampton then sees Godzilla is making his way towards another Titan called Tiamat, located in the North Pole.
What a cool ass name.
What a cool ass name. dude.
Tiamat's a badass dude. That thing is like,
Oh, fucking one very badass in this movie.
right?
Wait, what? That was that
razor.
serpent, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
razor scales, and what did it say? It like sat on endless fucking nuclear energy because of the solar winds or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it was
Okay.
at the
And
North
it looks like a
Pole.
fucking giant leviathan. This thing is badass. How do we not get it before?
Super cool.
So-
Actually, now that we didn't get it before, I'm just mad that it got smoked so easy.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Godzilla just went there because that thing wasn't a threat until Godzilla went there. So Godzilla just went there to be like,
He went there.
shit.
He went there to supercharge. That's what it did, and that's what they say. The researchers determined that if Godzilla kills Tiamat, he'll be able to supercharge there.
Yeah, but he didn't. He just straight up
That's what
killed
we
that
get.
dude for no reason.
Yeah.
Just like
We get,
just fucked
what
him
I
up.
like to call Pinkzilla.
It's true. Super Saiyan Rose Godzilla.
That's that.
So whoa, say that again.
Super Saiyan Rose Godzilla.
Oh my God, Super Saiyan Rosea Godzilla could not kill.
That's what I
or could
thought
kill
was gonna
Superman.
be like another Hydra-like creature.
The crew down
He's
at
a
Hollow
dragon.
Earth comes upon the Monarch outpost and finds it destroyed and all the researchers dead. That's not good. But actually, first we get the sweet ass camouflage. scene.
Yeah, that dude.
I
that's
love that
fucking
dude.
great.
He's like, the birds don't really bother anybody if nobody bothers them. Luckily, we have camouflage and like changes the heave into the color of the freaking sky zebra or whatever you want to
Flat
call it.
fucking
Sky zebra.
chameleon.
I could not find the names of these fucking things.
We're just gonna
They
call
said
it
the
flying
name, I just
chameleon.
can't remember it right now.
It's a word.
They do say the name of them, but
What does it look like a puma?
Wart dog.
they find all the researchers dead, and they do find a bloody paw print on the stone wall up above, which Trapper says is meant to be a call for war.
And then he says, "Let's get,
Mikael is like, "Yo, dog, was that Kong?" And he's like, "She's like, no,
let's get off the ground."
let's get off the ground. I don't want to be down
She
here
saw
anymore."
the hand on the wall. She was like, LeBron?
She's like, "Oh, Titanic." No, oh, I got that.
Talking
Jeez.
to
no.
LeBron.
Were you on the Titanic by chance?
Vernacines.
Vernacines. Yeah, I don't remember him saying that.
Vernacines is what they are.
I don't remember him saying that at all. Where am I at here? Cause a call for war, which Trapper says is a call for war. Elsewhere, Kong finds the sinkhole and comes upon a subterranean realm. Not scary at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he just walk through like a waterfall or something like that?
I hear subterranean and I immediately think Goro. So that's why I was like,
Goro.
Mortal Kombat. Forearm. Big guy.
Yeah, big dude. Crushes
He
his
retreats
glasses.
back to his home to get his axe and then heads
outta here.
in to the subterranean realm and walks through it until he comes upon another figure, and he's stunned to discover that it's a small little ape named Suko.
This little bastard.
This little bastard,
Little
dude.
fucker
Little
bites his
bastard.
finger.
While Kong tries to approach her peacefully, it says her.
Oh, that little bitch.
Oh,
That's what
I'm
this says.
pretty sure that I thought I came off as a little dude.
Definitely came off to me as a little dude, but
I
like,
mean-
I guess I've never looked it up.
I mean, I guess whatever you
Guess
identify as, good for
Still
you.
don't feel bad.
she makes a wonderful bat.
Suko bites him,
Yes.
and then summons 3 other apes to attack Kong. One of them almost kills Kong with his axe until he frees himself from the other apes' grasp and beats them up, even using Suko as a club against them.
Dude, that's so bad.
Killing
That's so
one.
fucking funny.
Another ape almost falls off a cliff, but Kong grabs him and pulls him up to safety, only for the ungrateful ape to try and stab Kong, leading to him kicking the ape to his death anyway. The third ape retreats, while Kong and Suko guide him.
So like his death.
Yeah, dude, when he grabs Suko and just starts beating the shit out of the other apes, dude,
That's-
it's so good, man.
That's so funny.
So when Kong first went to the Hollow Earth, he was falling the entire time. How did he survive that?
Well, the gravity changes. It switches upside down. It's like when he
Yeah.
fell, he pretty much just like it was
Kinda
like,
like a
just
yo-yo?
like jumping off of a table. Pretty much would be for him.
You would assume, yeah, because he's
Because
so...
when they come down in that little spaceship or whatever, they're all well. When you see them, they're upside down, but Kong is right side up, and so they do this barrel roll, and then it's the other way.
It's very confusing.
It's very confusing.
It is, but it's like reverse gravity. So like if you jump,
Well, yeah,
up,
it's like there's a point too where there's like a layer of like little rocks floating in the air.
Yeah.
And like when Kong jumps up through it, then he starts falling
in the last
because it like
movie.
reverses.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So when he crosses,
It's all very
Right,
confusing.
yeah.
It's all very confusing. It's all very cool.
It's all very cool.
It's all
Well,
very
not
cool.
really, because if you think about it, you're on top of the Earth. You go down through the center, you're gonna come out the bottom. The gravity's got to rotate. So if you think of it like that,
Science, bitch.
yeah, and that's math.
Magnets, bitch.
2 + 2 = potato.
The crew start flying ahead until another energy surge causes their ship to crash. Trapper and Bernie senses danger, but Mikhail attempts to take the lead, which gets him eaten by a tree creature. And the second he starts like screaming, "I'm in charge here," I'm like, "Oh, he's done."
Dude, trap.
I'm in
Trapper.
charge here.
Like, and hear
Hey,
me out.
hey, shh,
I like
hey,
Mikhail.
I hear something. I hear something. No, hey man, you want to calm down, man? That tree just ate your ass. See, we gotta run.
I
He
love
was
it.
so
When he tries to
calm and
calm
cool,
down
like-
Bernie is so funny.
It's like we all have a little time to grieve, my brother. And he like,
He gives
and
him
he,
a
like,
hug,
hugs him.
and he just pats him out.
he's
It'll
like
be
calming
okay.
him down, giving him a
It'll be
hug. And I'm
alright.
like, chicks dig this guy.
Oh, for
Hell
sure.
yeah.
Gonna be all right.
He will
This dude,
steal.
this dude plays Wonderwall at bonfires for sure.
The others run until they come.
Wonderwall?
Oh, he's too young for that
Oh,
one.
It's a song.
Amazing song.
It's a song.
The others run until they come up to the ruins of an old temple dedicated to Mothra. Gia activates the entrance, leading them through a protective veil into the subterranean realm, where Kong is right now as well. This is all very cool. They're like, "Oh man, this shit like dates older than the EWG,
So
on the
here's a
EWE or
plot
whatever
hole.
on
There's a plot
on the
hole, too.
EWE on
You were going Ouija board, I feel like.
Iwo Jima.
Jiu?
Iwo Jima is where my head was going.
Probably is.
There's a plot hole here
Yeah, there is a plot hole. How the fuck do you know to tear that open? How do you know to
because she
open
has a psionic link with these people.
it? Why do you always gotta ruin my shit?
It says it in the
Pull it,
movie.
pull it.
doesn't
It's true. You watched it.
That'd be cool to plot. Dude, they fucking poked and prodded at it. She wasn't even the one that ripped it open. It was
No, it
Trapper.
was
She
her.
started.
No.
Oh, did she
She
start?
started
I thought
ripping it
Trapper
open,
did
and then
first.
Rebecca Hall helps
No.
her.
It does help too, like the Kong Skull Island of why the Iwi never spoke, because they all talk telepathically, and we finally figure out why.
I really wish that
So,
John C.
what
Reilly
makes-
just
I was
showed
just
up.
gonna say what makes this really awesome is just think of the things that they telepathically said to each other about John C. Reilly over the years. This fucking guy.
He can grow facial
It's
hair.
not enough money for wings, Dad.
Did he just shit in the river again?
We drink out of
If I
that.
could talk, I would tell him where the toilet is. All right.
Roll for damage.
Roll for damage.
Suko brings Kong to a watering hole to drink from until a gigantic serpent monster emerges, tries to kill Kong. Kong fights back, of course, and uses his axe to in turn decapitate the serpent and throw the fucking head at Suko. Like, what up?
Trips him.
Like just
Did he trip
straight
him with
up.
the axe too?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
axe that he threw. I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
through the axe and he trips over.
Well, the head, he throws a head too, I
Yeah.
feel like.
Eats it, too.
He eats it.
Yeah, Tan takes the serpent's remains and eats them, even sharing a little bit with Suko, who remains surprised despite having led Kong into a trap. Yes, sir.
So 150 feet tall, 350. How big were those pieces of meat?
Hundreds.
150
Massive,
feet tall,
dude.
and he had it looking like it was a watermelon.
Yeah, dude, massive.
Yeah.
Monarch tracks Godzilla's path until he manages to reach Tiamat. The underwater titan emerges from her slumber and battles Godzilla. Despite Tiamat wrapping herself around him, Godzilla turns her into sushi
Facts.
and absorbs her radiation energy before returning underwater to get himself ready, basically swimming into its lair. And they're all like, that's not good. All the humans are like, oof.
It's like steroid to him.
Yeah, he's basically on TRT right now, dude. He's going in there.
Yeah.
He's juicing up.
Pinkzilla.
They should've came out
The
with
Kong
a
crew is
Pride
found. The Kong crew is found by warriors of the Iwi tribe, who quickly recognize Gia as one of their own. The leader of the tribe telepathically communicates with Gia and brings her forward. They touch hands, which allows them to share visions and flashbacks of the Iwi tribe, as well as Gia's own personal memories. This, of course, leads Eileen to realize that the distress beacon they received must have been coming from the Iwi themselves. We see all of the cool, like, reverse gravity shit that they use to, like, build their structures and stuff. I really think that's cool.
Oh,
Which-
this whole thing about the Hollow Earth is just fucking badass. It's really cool.
The crew are guided further into the Iwi's temple, where Eileen translates for them their history. Long ago, the great apes were humanity's protectors, but a ruthless leader known as the Scar King led an army of apes to try and attack the surface world in a war against Godzilla. His species, the mighty dinosaur, stepped in and trapped the Scar King and his army within Hollow Earth to prevent them from escaping. It is also said that a direct descendant of the Iwi will be the one to reawaken Mothra, specifically
From Skull.
Skull Island. Yep. Fucking cool, dude. We got the Mothra name drop. I was like, more Mothras in this movie. Oh my god.
Dude, she's badass.
She's badass, dude.
So she never. Is it the same Mothra or just a different?
Same Mothra. She just laid an egg at the end of King of the Monsters. That's what took her
is
so
it kind
long.
of like reincarnation / cloning?
Kind of like a phoenix rising from the ashes.
Okay.
It's her from the other movie, but
Like reincarnated. Reincarnated.
And they made her look really badass in this movie.
Yeah,
Very,
she looks really
very
cool. A lot of gold. A lot of
majestic.
gold accents. A lot of Super Saiyan energy. You know,
Lot of fairy dust.
a lot of fairy dust. Kong follows
Tinkerbell
Zuko
is-
to where the other great apes are located. To Kong's huge surprise, they are forced into hard labor by the Scar King. Kong sees one of Scar King's enforcers antagonizing another ape. Kong ain't having that shit, dog, so he steps in and has the enforcer get in his face, only for Kong to sucker punch this motherfucker to the ground.
He kills him with that punch too.
Rank
I
that
think
punch.
dies. He does. He kills him with that punch.
When that scene came up and me and my kid were watching it on Sunday night and he fucking suckered him, I was like, that's my friend Tanner right there. He goes, really? And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, for sure. Because I didn't even see it. I knew he was going to do something, but he was just sitting there doing that. All of a sudden, fucking just down. Just
Scar King emerges from the shadows. We get a cool shot of him like kind of sitting all sideways on his little throne and
He's
shit.
badass.
He comes out. He's got the spine of a war bat with a little glass thing on the end. We don't know what that is yet, but it's like wrapped around his torso like it's a fucking bandolier. He comes out and laughs in Kong's face because of his stupid little metal tooth.
He touches it too.
Like, get your
Hey, yo, this fool got a fake tooth. And all the other fucking monkeys are like, ah.
Did you see what he did to Frank?
You see, Frank's dead.
So
Yeah,
this is
punched
the
him in
same
the face.
Scar King for how long ago too? Like that's
These
Well,
things,
according
these
to
things
this-
have like,
it's like
ridiculous.
so Kong's not gonna get any bigger then
in theory, no.
because if Scar King is that big,
Not
he's the
anymore.
same size.
No, he's
I would say that Kong and Godzilla are both full grown.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Because, like if you listen to the stories and stuff, it goes back before humans were human.
Yeah, Kong was just
Yeah.
Scar
baby
King
for us
attempts
keep
to
in
come
mind.
down on Zuko, only for the surviving ape from earlier to defend Zuko. This causes Scar King to kick that son of a bitch into a pit of lava in retaliation,
He did
causing
too.
Zuko to wail in agony. And fucking and Kong's not having it, dude.
Which is just like
They
the
fucking
most
get
ugly
it
cry
on.
ever.
They fucking get it on, dude.
Straight up bar fight. is
Straight
what
up
this
bar
was.
fight,
Yeah.
dude. They engage in a
was.
duel with Scar King utilizing a whip made from the spine of a war bat, while Kong almost overpowers Scar King. The evil ape summons his secret weapon when he realizes that he can't beat Kong one-on-one. What a pussy. dude.
He's a bitch.
What a bitch, dude.
Yeah.
He uses the little glass shard on the end of his whip that glows blue
It
as
got
the
a
apes on the top
circus.
of the little lava waterfall dump a rock on it to part the lava waterfall, and we see the
What
giant,
a cool trap.
Yeah, dude.
Or,
Which
we
is
see
really
the giant
weird.
glowing blue eyes of a titan, and
Which
we're
is
like,
really
oh fuck,
weird
what
for
is this, dude?
a dinosaur that breathes ice to live in a volcano.
They probably do that to like subvert its power,
Yeah,
you know. So
could.
that-
Well,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is like it was so powerful that it caused that ice age.
yeah.
So
That's true.
The spine with Kong overpowers the ice titan named Shimo, said by Eileen to have been the cause of the last ice age, that is controlled by Scar King using a crystal that causes her pain. He attempts to deflect it with his axe, but unfortunately, it's no good. The blast is so powerful that it envelops his axe and Kong's arm with it, giving him severe frostbite on his right arm. That fucking sucks, dude. Weakening him, Kong starts to flee with some of Scar King's apes pursuing him, but he leads them into one of his traps from earlier, killing all except the ape that he punches out, since he used another ape to shield himself from falling rocks. He just knocks that motherfucker. It's like,
Our neighbor got frostbite last year. That's scary stuff.
Which one?
Yeah, it's
With
just,
the German Shepherd.
Oh yeah.
it just
That's
your skin
crazy.
turns
Scary,
black.
dude.
Yeah. He lost like part of one of his fingers, and like the rest of them are like still don't feel anything.
Scary, dude. What'd he do?
South
He
Dakota
was,
is not.
he was at the
fun.
library, got a lift home, forgot his keys at the bar, couldn't get into his house, and it was that night that it was like negative 40.
Oh, Jesus,
And
yeah.
in the time that it took him to walk like half a block to his friend's house, hand fucked.
That'll do it, man. The crew spends more time with the iwi, including Gia, finally being around her own people again. Bernie tries to document his findings with Eileen, or document his findings while Eileen tells Trapper that she just wants what's best for Gia, even if it means losing her, unfortunately. This is a good little bit of acting.
Yeah.
The iwi then open up the veil into their world as Suko brings the injured Kong to them. Yeah, his hand's fucked up. You can like see it too.
Yeah, that's real bad.
It really leans on the humans a lot.
They see his arm is in bad shape. Kong signs with sadness to Gia that he lost his home. Trapper tells Eileen that the best thing for Kong is some tech from his old project, Operation Powerhouse. This sounds fun. How could this be bad? Like, there's nothing about this that doesn't sound fucking
But
awesome.
the fact that he
How
said
the
it
fuck
was
did they
even
pull
cooler.
this off in the span of like 2.5 minutes in the movie, though? So,
Yeah, I
I gotta
don't
go
care.
over here and grab this fucking gigantic mechanical arm to put on a 300-foot ape that just.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, it's only 5 minutes away.
That's what I'm
You're
getting
right,
to.
you're right.
That's what I'm
You're
getting
right.
to.
Some-
Is that it
some
just
old-
fucking magically goes on with fucking smart rocket tech onto his hand, and also just in case this guy has frostbite for some reason or another,
He's got some
it pumps some
anesthetic.
shit into his hand.
Even though they're in the center of the
But
earth,
hear
they
me
get
out.
frostbite.
Just like Kyle said, I don't fucking care.
Operation
He's a giant
Power.
rocket.
Operation Powerhouse.
past the bomb? That was an hour and a half
What's that?
in the first movie.
What
It's
about
fucking daylight out. We got an hour and a half, and it's fucking like 10 o'clock at night.
And it's nighttime all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Time is a construct, you know? It's
Time-
relative.
That's why
Time isn't linear,
Godzilla
we just perceive it that
2014
way.
is
yeah,
the number
exactly,
one movie.
dude. Time isn't linear.
They're still looking for that nuke. Too.
Operation Powerhouse was done to create an augmentation to Kong in the event that another major Titan attack. But they were shut down because obviously making one of the strongest Titans even stronger was frowned upon by the government.
Was that Mega Godzilla or whatever he's talking about?
No, the glove.
The '98 Honda Civic that he fought in the last movie.
I love it. It was a sardine. It's upgraded from a sardine can. so.
Yeah, to a '98 Honda Civic.
So is Trapper Dr. Doolittle or is he Tony Stark?
Both.
Both
That's
of them.
it.
dude.
Well, that's if
Both
those
of
two
them.
guys were to fuck and have a baby.
Also, fun fact: he's right. He's Dr. Doolittle when he was played by Robert Downey Jr.
Fuck.
Oh,
Uh,
that's where universes cross.
What a mind fuck that is.
Trapper manages to locate the Beast Glove from the destroyed Monarch outpost
And
and
what is
flies it back to give to Kong, but they need to buy a little bit more time for Trapper or for Kong. So Trapper uses the camouflage mechanic of the HIV to attract all of those things that were definitely named in this movie.
Verticedes.
Verticedes. Sure.
Scene. Verticene.
Seeds. We're going to call them electric bats. To bring all the electric bats over to Scar King, who's now approaching the veil. It's pretty rough. What up?
Riding.
Pretty scary. Riding.
Shimu.
Riding his dog.
This is, of course, after they were followed. And then
Yeah. How? Okay. I get it. We can't do it twice, but monkey riding a dragon, they come through that veil thing. Bernie just goes, is that another monkey?
He applies it to Kong's arm, allowing him to regain mobility and strength. He then starts to head out to the surface
Also gives him like
world to
a
get
adrenaline
Godzilla's
rush.
attention.
Best fist pump ever.
Yeah, dude, it was dope.
Gives
And I
him like
love
an
Gia.
adrenaline rush.
And I love Gia talking to him too. And she's like, "We need help." And he's like,
Like, I gotta do this.
"God damn it, dude! There's only one person that's going to be able to help us." And Kong's like,
You want me to call the
"Fine."
dude
Let me
that whooped
call
my
my
ass?
axe.
This is one of the best scenes in the whole series.
You
is
want
the
me to
Egypt
call the
scene.
dude that whooped my ass? All right.
All right, you did fix my tooth and my arm.
He heads out to the surface world to try and get Godzilla's attention, even though the others know Kong stepping out on his turf could lead to a deadly consequence. Meanwhile, Scar King rides Shimo and leads the other apes towards their conquest.
What was that dog snake thing in Neverending Story? What was that?
Falcor, the Luck
Yeah,
Dragon?
that is what we need to call that white frozen titan.
Yeah, but that's like a fucking turtle. It looks like a turtle.
Shimo?
Yeah.
Shit, no way.
It's not like
It looks like
super
a
long.
lizard.
It's not that
No,
long.
I was just
dude.
saying because they're
It's
both
got a
white.
shell on its back, doesn't
Wow,
it?
wait,
No, it's they're like spikes.
Yeah, man, way to break my
It's
joke.
like an ankylosaurus.
It reminds me way more of Bowser than it does an iguana.
Reminds me more like a stegosaurus.
Ah, dang it, yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of how I see it.
Okay.
But like a carnivorous stegosaurus. It's got like the head of a T-Rex.
Yeah, fuck my Neverending Story.
Godzilla reawakens after being fully charged by Tiamat's power, causing his dorsal plates to glow a bright pink color. Kong enters the surface world through a portal in Cairo, while Godzilla hears his roar in Gibraltar and makes his way over. Jesus Christ.
Makes his way over.
That's a real thing that happens in this movie.
So it's like
He
Game
heard
of
his-
Thrones speed.
Well, I mean,
across the
the
water, for
300
sure.
feet, remember? You know,
Yeah.
like...
So like one step's probably a couple
A,
miles.
y'all was right because I just had to go relook at it to make sure. B, she was the largest of the Titans.
Yeah, have you seen the size comparison?
Yeah, I didn't really.
She's like twice the size of Godzilla.
I didn't realize it till just
Well,
now.
yeah, because like at the end you see it.
Yeah.
And she,
Yeah,
like,
when they're
looks-
running at each other, it's like twice the
Oh,
size
yeah,
of
yeah,
Godzilla.
she's
She's
fucking huge,
massive,
Oh
dude.
yeah, she's big.
Yeah, if you get a
Big
chance,
girl.
look up the scene where they're all like charging at each other. You
Yeah.
can see that Shimo's fucking huge, dude.
So is Shimu not a Godzillian?
No,
No.
There's just a different subspecies.
Yeah, just
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a different
Some
type.
Tennessee's backwoods loving that going on there. Yep.
Godzilla is not too pleased to see Kong again, so he fucking
Runs
swan
right
dive.
after
He
that.
swan dives
He does, too.
into like the Rio de Janeiro and starts swimming towards Kong in Cairo. It's
And he's there in about 4 minutes.
He gets there in like 4 to 6 minutes. It's
Damn,
great.
Get him in an Olympic pool. He'd probably win a couple gold medals.
The ocean is his Olympic.
Kong makes an attempt to try and convince Godzilla to join him,
Yeah.
as well as the monsters can communicate.
Wait!
That's what he does. He's like, "Good."
Spirit fingers!
Like I think that's the universal sign for like, just hear me out.
Please
Yeah.
don't fuck me up.
Oh, he fucking.
We listen and we don't judge. I need help.
But unfortunately, Godzilla tackles Kong through a goddamn pyramid, blasts double legs him through a fucking pyramid. Boom, dude, it's fucking hilarious. Destroying the pyramids, Kong puts his new glove to good use and gives Godzilla the hand of fucking Jesus, dude.
No.
Gives
he
the
fucking
nastiest.
Just,
And he fucking
Was that the
laid-
Superman one or the uppercut one that he does?
that's just a
He
straight
uppercuts
haymaker.
This is
somebody.
just a straight
Straight
cross.
hand,
Just
yeah.
straight cross.
And he just gives it. I will send you to Jesus. Boom, and he lets him have it, and it puts Godzilla on his ass. And Godzilla's like,
All right.
"What?"
Just brass knuckled his ass.
God gives him the glove. Hits once Godzilla on the ground. Kong lays a few ground and pound hits on him. A few times down below in Hollow Earth, the Iwu undergo their ritual with Gia, unhearsing the rebirth of Mothra. We need it. We need her. The Queen of Monsters, dude. She makes her way to the surface to intervene in the fight. Oh, dude, when Mothra's born, though, fuck, it's so cool, dude.
Yeah, it is.
So cool. So much like glowing orange pixie dust. It's so
Literally heaven dust.
It's like the dust on a moth's wings, you know?
Yeah, but it's sparkly.
She's a titan, you know? It's radiation.
She's the queen, man.
What do you
She's
think an
majestic.
irradiated moth's dust would look like? I think it would glow.
I think it would just be
The
fire.
same thing that
Destruction.
comes out of coughing when it does wheeze. That's what when you say it, that a radioactive monster. Wheeze.
Mothra makes her way to the surface to intervene in the fight. Godzilla is stunned to see his old ally once again.
So what up,
and,
girl?
it
Thought
is,
she was gonna call me.
and it is good enough for him to put aside his beef with Kong to join forces as he and Kong roar in unity. It's fucking on, baby. Let's go.
I thought he was dragging. Oh no, he was dragging him to the hole and he woke up.
Dude, so funny, dude.
Yeah.
He like beats the shit out of Godzilla, like grabs his tail, and he's like, "Fine, I'll just fucking force you down here."
And then he just wakes up.
That shit was funny. It's on, baby.
Just dragging a 300-foot fucking.
Big
Come on,
lizard.
guys. Yeah, big lizard.
With Scar King and his forces fast approaching, the humans come up with a plan to create a gravity surge by applying Iwi technology to have the crystals create a reaction that will briefly be used used to
gravity.
stop the evil Titans from escaping by bringing up the gravity and then fucking dropping it on its ass. Really cool. And this makes for a fucking awesome scene.
It does.
I'll be the first to say
Godzilla
it.
goes straight John Wick in
Dude.
the air, dude.
Dude.
He does. He bounces off shit fucking just...
Well,
He's
he's
got
used
some-
to swimming, you know?
Yeah,
So it's
but I
like
mean,
kind of in zero
So
gravity.
Jordan wouldn't like this scene then.
No.
He probably
Jordan,
would.
you saying Jordan can't swim?
He just Snapchatted me a little bit ago.
No,
I
no,
don't
it's
know
fine.
what it is.
Did you hear that, Jordan? Zach says you can't swim.
Yeah, Nick does too.
That's crazy. Nick's like, we went to school together. I know he
Yeah,
can't.
he can't. Motherfucker was on the bleachers.
See him in the water with little arm floaties.
Perfect time.
Scar King has Shimu freeze the veil and break it down so that he may enter. Godzilla and Kong then charge into battle together. Can we talk about the shot where he like breaks the veil and he comes in and he's like, "What's up, dog? I'm here." Boom! And he sees something come out of the portal and he's like, "Hold up, what was that?"
Did we ever figure out what that dagger thing is?
It's just, it said it's just a crystal that
It probably
controls-
came off of...
Yeah, I wonder if it comes off of her or something.
It must
I think that's what it's like, part of her that he uses to control her.
Right.
Like
That's what I always think. It's like a crystal that goes on her head or something that they like ripped off. And,
It looks just like one of the head crystals.
Godzilla and Kong then charge into battle after they fucking explode out of the crater that they just created. And let me tell you, this fucking scene, dude. 10 out of 10, no notes, man. 10 out of 10, no fucking movie
Ever.
Ever. Yeah,
dude.
it is
Ever,
so
dude.
good.
This moment is so fucking cool, dude.
And
I don't
is,
care.
This is where $124 million went.
Fucking well-placed money.
Yes.
The surge commences with the two apes and the two lizards duking it out in midair while Scar King's enforcers try to get in. And Suko joins the fight as he sends
He fucks some of those dudes up back
Spe-
down.
yeah. Sends them falling to their death. Mothra protects the humans by trying to fly to safety. The four main titans then fall through the portal through the surface world. And where do they end up? Brazil. It's like, what city? We should rank which at the end of this episode. We should rank which city got it the worst.
San Francisco.
They wake up in
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong,
was real bad.
fucking Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah,
Rio-
Rio got fucked up.
Rio's about to have 300, one maybe 500.
Do you remember? Do you remember when Godzilla exploded in the
yeah.
middle of Boston?
That's
Do you
right.
remember that? We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah. Because this one we can rank jab. There's a couple of jabs. Hooks, man.
This is what it is, baby. This is what it is. The Titans end up in Rio de Janeiro on a beach, scaring all of the other patrons. There's no way they all got out. I'm just here to say. Scar King then uses Shimo to unleash her ice powers upon the world, freezing several buildings and firing an ice blast into the sky. Kong gets a few more licks in against Scar King, but Shimo makes it extremely hard for Kong to defeat him until Godzilla charges up his atomic breath and starts getting in the fucking action. He gets off his scaly ass and he starts getting in there too, dog. He's fucking distracting Shimo while Kong's throwing hands with Scar King.
Damn, we missed that part. In Egypt, when Godzilla did that to Kong in Egypt, and Kong
It was
like,
after
oh
he
fuck,
grabbed,
and he fucking
it was
took off
after he-
running.
It was after he grabbed his tail.
Yeah,
and
he's
he
like, "Oh,
looks
shit."
back and shoots at him. Godzilla uses a final flash. Or like fires it at fucking Scar King, and Scar King does like a cartwheel out of the way. He's like, Wow, this monkey is
He's very elusive. He's
nimble,
agile.
Yeah, he's
nimble
agile.
monkey, dog, nimble monkey.
Agility 100.
No, very much so. Strength.
He charges up his atomic breath and fires it at Scar King, who dodges the blast, but gets the crystal ripped off the whip by Godzilla. As the Titans try to get to the crystal, fighting tooth and nail to get there, Suko jumps through the portal, which he notices Kong's axe is stuck right in the beginning of. Suko jumps through. Scar King freezes his ass cold. Dead solid.
You see his like one eye finally stop moving.
Yeah.
Dude, and that's a very cool shot
love
too.
that
That's a
one.
very cool shot too. Now without his ultimate weapon, he falls back. Scar King, he holds him in the air as Shimo turns him into basically an ape sickle. Kong then shatters Scar King into a million fucking pieces, and Godzilla uses his breath to undo the ice blast, setting everything back to normal.
However, I would like to say, you freeze a 300 and some foot monkey and then shatter it into a million pieces. When those pieces melt, you're gonna have monkey all over Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, and he didn't
Bloody
just smash him.
monkey.
He like went to town. Like,
Oh yeah, there's gonna be some guts all over. That's okay. In the aftermath, Godzilla returns to rest at the Colosseum. Love that. Mothra repairs the veil in Hollow Earth. Eileen believes that Gia is ready to part ways with her and stay with the Iwi tribe, but Gia signs to her that her place is with her, and wherever they go together.
twist of the movie. That's the twist.
Good little scene. I like
was.
that.
That's adorable.
I didn't
The
see
two
that
part
coming.
ways with Trapper and Bernie, and that's the
Yeah.
last time we see those two in this movie, and the movie's worse off for it. Kong returns to the Great Apes along with Suko and Shimo.
Gives him a little pet.
Shimo, who is now being treated quite a bit better than he was, or than she was with Scar
Oh,
King.
yeah, dude.
He then stands before the other apes as the new leader, and he raises his axe to the sky with a mighty roar, which the other apes turn and look to with respect.
And then that
The
little
movie
bitch
cuts
went,
out.
Sack stabbing.
And we got King Kong.
Some other fucking weird looking little ape dude comes up to try to challenge him and he kills him with one punch again. That would've been a perfect ending.
That's a bad.
Kingdom of the
scene
Planet of
so
the
good.
Apes.
Maybe, we
Yeah,
would roll.
that's the next installment.
That'd be
Yeah.
a good interview though. That's like a good
Planet?
That'd be like a good 4
No,
movies.
I'm talking about like
4 movies. You
Ape
you gotta do the
Revolution of the
original ones.
subterranean apes.
That'd be cool.
You gotta do the original ones
That's a good
too.
point.
At least the original, like
3.
fucking
There's
at least
3?
some. Yeah,
There's
a bunch.
There's more than 3, but the first 3 that came
Yeah.
out actually fall in line a little bit. With
'Cause
the new
I do
ones.
remember the whole like, damn you all.
Dude, the latest Planet of the Apes was fucking
Kingdom,
awesome.
yeah, Kingdom was super
Yeah,
dope.
it was so good.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wonderful day.
it's time. We got to rank our kaiju bad guys. Right now, we have number 1, King Ghidorah. I believe number 2, we voted Mechagodzilla to Nick's dismay.
Mecha's sardine.
No, it's 90.
Number 3, we have the Skrull Reapers and Crawlers. And then number 4, we have the Muto. Where do we want to put Shimo and the Scar King?
Scar King should be number 1.
I'm actually a little underwhelmed with Scar King.
King
man.
Ghidorah is gonna stay 1 for me, but I definitely put it over Skullcrawler and I definitely put it over Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
Scar King's a fucking
Are
just
we-
A
fu-
badass.
villain, dude. Straight up
I don't think Shimu
is a villain.
is a villain.
I don't think so either. It's
We're just
just
doing
Scar
Scar
King.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little underwhelmed with Scar King, man. I mean, he's cool, but like, I put him above Skullcrawlers, below Mechagodzilla personally,
Why below?
because I fucking love Mechagodzilla. He's so cool, dude. Fucking awesome.
I'm going with number 2.
I like
Number
you.
2?
He has a little bit more personality than.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That'll do it. Then number 1, we have King Ghidorah.
Personality of LeBron.
Number
James.
2, we have the Scar King / LeBron James. Number 3, we have Mechagodzilla. Number 4, we have the Skullcrawlers / Reapers, and then number 5, we have the Mutos, male and female, from Godzilla 2014.
Best movie.
This is the best movie,
Oh, this
dude.
is this.
Our cities.
Oh,
Let's
We
do
have
it.
San Francisco. We have Boston. We have Hong Kong. We have Rio de Janeiro, and then
Cairo, kind of.
Skull Island. But I guess Skull Island isn't really.
okay, I'll go first. I would say number 1 for me would be Hong Kong, and number 2, since you said that, I'll say Boston.
I was just gonna say 1.
I think Hong Kong, Boston,
Hong Kong, and Boston for sure.
I
And
think
then San
Rio
Fran.
de Janeiro.
Yeah, Rio.
And then I think San Francisco, because I
What
think that
about
was pretty much contained to like a fucking neighborhood.
What about
Yeah.
Egypt? Pyramids are gone.
Yeah.
There's a big
That's true.
structure.
That's true, but it's not really like a
Well,
city.
yeah, none of that.
But it is a wonder of the world.
There was 2 fatalities, and they're both people that shouldn't have been there digging. All right, let's be honest.
Okay, all right, they're off the
Nothing
list.
happened in Egypt. All right, it
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. I like that.
was Brendan Fraser and his wife. That's who got killed.
So
in the fucking
number
pyramid.
1, you're going with Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Number
yeah.
2,
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah.
Yep,
What would be
number
number
three,
3?
Number
Rio?
3, I
San
think we
Francisco,
said
Rio, and then
Rio, and
Because
then
San Francisco got fucked up, man.
But it was just that one.
I think it was like just that one side of
Yeah,
San
it's not very
Francisco.
big.
though. Like, I don't think he.
and it was
all
almost like
of
they were
Hong
just
Kong.
walking like in a
There's
straight
millions
line
of
through.
people
it.
that live there.
It's fine. It's California.
Yeah,
I mean, they literally had fires.
I
that
will
probably did
give
more
Godzilla
damage.
$5 just to cut
San
California
Francisco,
off.
right? The gays will come
Watch
back.
them float.
Ladies and gentlemen, our rankings are as
We're
follows.
not gonna do fight scene. Fight scene. We gotta do a fight scene. This one has
Not a
something.
fight scene, but we could.
Or at least the
Yeah,
jab or the
yeah, how
punch.
Kong's jab on Godzilla.
Yeah, that was a good
Rank
one.
that jab.
It's a cross, I
Rank
guess,
that
but-
jab.
Cross. It's a cross.
The-
what
I
are you
like- I
ranking it against?
Okay, so we'll do the
Apollo.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
I rank everything against Apollo, dog.
There's literally no weight classes in Rocky, so we can rank these.
All right, we got Apollo, and then we got Godzilla.
We have Godzilla versus Kong, number 4. We have Godzilla versus Kong, number 4. We have Godzilla 2014. Gentlemen, where do we want to rank Godzilla X Kong?
Number 1.
I mean, I
It's
agree.
fucking so
It's
good.
Jesus
so
Christ,
good.
this movie's so cool, man.
It is.
It is just a fucking action jockey like me's fucking just wet dream, dude. Like, I love it.
Cool fight scenes as well as it's the history of what happened with these titans.
just-
and that really kind of helps.
They give us badass stuff, and they know they're giving it to us, and they're just like, rocket fist.
What does B stand for again? Bio
It's
I'd have to
at
go.
the
I'd
end.
have to
I
scroll
know
back
that.
up.
Something,
Thunder.
thunder.
Yeah.
Butt thunder.
It's kind of like these. Like, why do you name it Beast? Like he's a monkey. He's not a beast. Like this is the name of it.
Yeah,
So
racist
if they do come out with a new one, I wonder who the Titans will be in that one.
Oh, they have plenty of options.
Oh, I know they do.
Plenty of options.
Bring back King Ghidorah. The Skull.
They already did. They already did. You didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
called
a,
it a
Hon-
sardine can.
It was a Honda Civic. Yeah, sardine can.
Honda Civic. It's a Nissan Skyline.
Well, you said it the best. What'd you want it to do? Bleed blood? It's motor oil.
It was motor oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looked cool.
No, the humans made
That
it.
Superman punch, man.
That's
No, the Superman punch.
That
That was cool. That was legit.
that fucking Superman punch had so much horsepower behind it.
So many Honda
I'm
Civics.
dead ass, dude. Tell me that. Like, look at that punch. Tell me
That wasn't a
horsepower.
Honda Civic punch. That was a Honda
We're not
Passport
gonna do
punch.
horsepower anymore. It's Honda Civics. How many Honda Civics do you have behind that wheel?
About 138.
Which is crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so they took Francis Ngannou, who's like the hardest puncher. They took his punching power and they compared it to getting hit by what'd you say again?
Ford Fiero, right?
Yeah, it's like a Ford Fiero going 30 miles an hour. It's like the equivalent of getting hit by that dude.
I just jump over it.
I'd eat it. I'd just eat it, dog.
Just eat it.
Yeah, it's like give a little flex, Kyle. Like, do you think that card could?
Give me that disability check.
I'm so happy though that these movies were not as bad as Godzilla 2014. I thought I
like
was in for
Godzilla.
it.
I do.
I
I do.
like
It got better and better and better
Here's
and
the thing
better.
about this like whole thing with movies. We did not get a bad movie in the bunch. They're not bad.
Dude, the
they're
first
just-
one's pretty bad.
I'm inclined.
I didn't think the first one was bad.
I don't think it's bad at all. I just think
Yeah.
it's
stale
it's
compared to
grounded.
these,
Yeah.
It's too grounded.
Because
I
like
think,
we
for a kaiju.
rank
It's
these,
dark.
we rank these, and
Yeah.
then there's like 300 levels of shit, and then there's Madam Web. So
It's like it's like with the first one, I get the feeling that they were like, oh, we need to ground this. We need to make it like make sense in the world, and they never kind of stop trying to do that. But at the same time, they do. At some point, they turn around and they're just like, hey, these things are 400 feet tall. Let's make them psychic.
one was almost
Yeah.
one was like world building almost. 4 it was like we're just gonna say shit and you're gonna accept it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And
You
nobody
need to get the
and I'm
fan
here with
base.
it.
and nobody during all these movies, like when Godzilla was swimming down that little canal in just this movie that we watched, taking out all the bridges and cars and innocent lives and everything. Nobody mentions that.
Watch Monarch.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Yep.
That whole
Ladies
show.
and
Monarch
gentlemen,
based on
That show sounds like PETA against
it's
fucking Godzilla.
such a good show though, dude. It's a good
Ladies
show.
and gentlemen, that's our list. Let us know what you think in the comments. Are we just stupid?
Yeah.
Or should Kong Skull Island be higher? We don't know. Nobody knows.
We could debate it right now. Let's do it.
Sorry, done.
Do you think you should change it?
It's been voted on.
Do you think
Thanks.
it should be changed? Honestly,
No, I like the list. I don't
like
hate
the
this
list too.
I say we're very firmly at this one's 1 and 2 is basically a 2-way tie between King of the Monsters
It
and
is.
Skull Island.
Yeah.
They're both very good movies in their own respects, and it's hard to compare them because they're very different.
And honestly, the only reason why I
But
think
they're
King of the
both
Monsters
very
is
good.
better is because they have more.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Remember, next Sunday, this Sunday, we will be replaying this episode. So if you didn't catch it live, you get an opportunity to catch it re-recorded on Sunday to make up for having to record it early. But next Sunday, we're starting 21 Jump Street, baby. Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill. Let's go.
We're not doing the ones from the 80s.
Nah, it's a TV show.
Oh, that's a show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my name is Chef.
But we do get a little Johnny Depp.
We do get a little Johnny Depp. We
Yep,
do.
spoiler.
Spoilers.
With a fake nose.
Spoilers. Come on,
Future
guys.
spoilers, guys. We appreciate
sorry.
you guys for watching. Remember, twitch.tv/VelocityPod is where you need to go to find the main podcast and support the main podcast with subscriptions, with following, with interacting in the comments. All of that helps us get seen and viewed by other people. If you're more of an audio podcast listener, head to Spotify or Apple Podcasts where you can find us, you can rate us, and you can comment on us on Spotify now. That's cool. Go check out the podcast wherever you're comfortable. You know, there's over 200 episodes to watch of Velocity proper and movies in review, along with a few other surprises and treats in there.
You need to do one more Godzilla roar.
We do.
Hold on. Let Nick do this first.
What, mine? All right. So what did you say that Godzilla was in this one? The Super Saiyan, whatever you
Super Saiyan Rose Godzilla.
during Pride Month? Rawr.
Tanner, can I get a little like whistle from you? Fuck, you hear that? Sounded like a bird. It was a fucking ant.
But it's not.
Fucking ant.
We love you guys. Stay nerdy. And for the last time.